Why most marketing advice fails for local home service businesses and what actually works. If you've ever tried marketing before and found yourself thinking, this doesn't feel like it was built for a business like mine, you're probably right. It's not because you didn't understand it or you didn't try hard enough, and it's not because marketing in general doesn't work, but rather because marketing advice is created by people who've never run a seasonal business or a local home service company or even an equipment-heavy operation like yours. Most importantly, a business where cash flow actually matters. These major marketing firms, they don't understand. And that disconnect between that advice and your reality is why so many campaigns fail and why this failure is so common. It sounds confident, it's polished, it's persuasive, and often technically it's correct. But technical correctness doesn't mean contextual relevance. Marketing that works for one type of business can actively harm another. Not because it's wrong, but because it's mismatched. And local service businesses like yours are one of the most misunderstood business models in marketing. And it's why we dedicate ourselves to this type of business. The core problem with most marketing advice out there is there's an issue that most owners don't realize. Most marketing advice is built around businesses that look nothing like yours. It's designed for online products where there's low overhead in the business, and maybe it's for a national or global audience, or there's a long sales cycle that has low urgency. In those types of models, cash flow is a little more flexible. Delivery is scalable. Margins absorb any mistakes, and then time works in their favor. But that's not your world. Your world looks very different. Your world looks like you've got real equipment payments that won't pause if you don't have customers coming in, or you have a payroll with crews that need consistent work. You have customers who decide quickly. If someone doesn't jump on the opportunity right away, they'll go to the next person. It's high trust, high risk transactions. So you don't sell curiosity, you sell certainty. When a homeowner hires you, they're not testing something, they're trusting you with one of their most expensive assets, their property, their home, their safety, their money, their peace of mind. And so generic marketing doesn't account for that. And generic marketing tends to compare endlessly or work on entertainment where they can take their time. And that's not the case for a business like yours. Local home service customers don't behave like that. They behave like people who have a real problem. And those problems create urgency. And marketing that ignores that urgency, it creates friction. And that's the last thing that we want in sales and with marketing, is to create friction or a barrier. And so why the whole more leads is the wrong promise when these major out-of-state marketing agencies try to generate business. This is where they get it wrong. They promise more leads and promise the world. But what they don't sell is predictability or speed to lead systems or trust building before you even contact them or nurturing because of seasonal demand. And so business owners, they get leads, yeah, but they don't get relief in the real problem that they're actually facing. So then why leads without relief can feel frustrating? Well, here's what happens when you get more leads without having the proper structure. Some weeks feel great, while other weeks feel dead. You're still guessing, you're still reacting, you're still stressed, but your marketing agency is saying, oh, we've got you leads. Volume without predictability and without nurture doesn't create stability. It just creates more noise and chaos. And that noise makes it harder to see what's actually working. So why is this especially dangerous for larger built out businesses like yourself? If you're small, marketing mistakes, yes, they're inconvenient, but you have a little bit more flexibility. But if you're built out, they're expensive because you have real overhead. Bad leads is just a waste of time and can burn through your budget. Slow follow-up, it loses trust that you've built up over years of building your reputation. Inconsistent flow makes your cash tight. And unpredictability, it can create stress, which you end up bringing home. Marketing isn't just about growth at this stage, it's about protection. We need to build out a real system. So, the truth about local service buyers, this is the key. We need to know the ideal buyer. So, local home service customers, they don't want options, they want certainty. They don't ask which company has the best funnel. They ask, can I trust this company? Are they legit? Will they show up? Do they understand my problem? And marketing that doesn't answer those questions fails, no matter how many leads you generate. Because all a lead is, it's a way for you to reach out to someone. And if you're not nurturing them, it's worthless. So why does trust have to come before you contact? Well, in local home service businesses, trust doesn't just begin on the call. It begins well before the call. Customers want reassurance before they even reach out. They need to see you in multiple different areas so that you're top of mind. They want to feel like you've done this so many times before, and having content show up in all these different places shows that you've done this before. You're familiar, you're well established, and you understand their situation. Marketing that skips trust and tries to force a decision too early, especially in your industry, it can create that sales resistance. So why does speed matter more than these major marketing agencies want to admit? Well, this is another thing that generic marketing ignores, is the speed. A local home service buyer, like the types of jobs that you want, they don't reward patience. They'll just go on to the next one. They reward responsiveness. Speed, it signals organization, and with content, you have the ability to nurture them with the right system prior. It shows professionalism and reliability, because if you can be that reliable in your digital presence, you can be that reliable in person. And so speed tends to matter more than your pricing. And the marketing that creates leads without a speed to lead system sets businesses up to lose out on opportunities that they may not know. So what would work for a local service business like yourself? It's not about tactics or hacks, but rather principles. And so the first principle that's key in your strategy is visibility before urgency. Customers need to recognize you before they need you. And that familiarity, it reduces friction. So they may not know they have the problem, but if they see your ads popping up consistently, once that problem generates, they'll make the association and call you. And that's what brand is. It's like why you recognize McDonald's and the Golden Arches. Which leads me into number 2, trust comes before contact. So content with education and developing clarity and presence, it builds confidence in the customers before the conversions and the conversations even happen. And that lowers sales resistance on your call and when you go out to the estimate. And third is speed before competition. So The fastest professional often wins. So speed builds trust and authority faster than any license or credentials. So if you have a system that can get out a nurture piece of content to them instantly, you're already at a higher level. And the last one, the fourth one, consistency before scale, And the last one is fourth, consistency before scale. So scaling chaos just creates more chaos. Consistency creates stability first. Then once you have that stability, you just double down and you can grow that. So why does this approach maybe feel a little different? It can feel different because it's not flashy like these major agencies want you to believe. We operate more from a place of being grounded because it's designed for real salt of the earth businesses, local home service businesses like yourself who have real overhead with real consequences. It's not about tricks. It's not about like trying to pull the wool over your customers. It's about operating from alignment and passion. And when we can showcase that in content, it's the way to go. So why does this matter before you scale? Well, once you scale all the equipment and the crews and the overhead and all that you have, you lose the ability to just like quickly wing it. And it's like a big ship can't turn around as fast as like a little speedboat. So you can't really rely on luck. You can't just rely on referrals alone and hoping and timing. You need to have a proven system that will protect your cash flow so that you can plan. And having a predictable ad system helps create that smooth demand, reduce the reaction-based decisions, and then create predictability in your business. That's not any sort of marketing hype. That's real business stability. So ask yourself, what's the cost of ignoring this all at this stage? Many businesses grow their capacity first and their visibility second. And that works until it doesn't. And when demand starts to fluctuate, your stress starts to show up and you lose the boundaries and you're bringing that stress home and you're not present for your family. And then stress forces bad decisions. But marketing done correctly, like what we do here at Valued Productions, doesn't just attract customers, it removes that pressure because you don't have to worry about it. We live right here and we work right here and understand this market. So why do most business owners feel marketing should work? Many business owners blame themselves when marketing fails and they think, I didn't commit enough. No, I get it. Or maybe they think, I didn't give enough time, or marketing just isn't for me. I implore you, don't think like that. Often the problem wasn't the effort, it was the mismatch. The advice that you receive wasn't built for your world. So I'm not interested in convincing anyone. I'm not interested in selling tactics just to sell. The only thing that matters to me is whether a system matches your business model and that it's a win-win. The only reason I understand why the local home service businesses work and the marketing behind it is because I am myself a local service business. So we create a model that reduces stress, improves predictability, and protects what you've built over time. And anything else that these major marketing companies and flashy out-of-state agencies are trying to sell is just noise. So if this resonated with you, there's a link in the description that you can book a call. And we're not just going to talk tactics. We're going to talk about the different platforms, the different trends that we're seeing because I am a local business. We're going to look at whether your business is positioned to handle growth safely because I'm not just going to sell to sell. We want to make sure that you're set up properly to control demand, reduce stress, and protect what you've already built. So if that matters to you, then trust me, the conversation will be worth your time. So if this video resonated with you, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, because we're going to be putting out more videos that show you marketing that actually matches your local model and helps you grow your business, because we are also a local business as well. So if that resonates with you, make sure to come back for the next video, and we'll see you in there.